In August 1962, the world met Spider-Man in Amazing Fantasy number 15. A shy teenager, Peter Parker, bitten by a radioactive spider, suddenly gifted with impossible strength, speed, and a strange new spider sense. But here's the real question. If this happened to you, would it actually work? Could science ever explain Spider-Man's anatomy? Today, we're pulling secrets straight from Marvel's own anatomy files, the closest thing to Spider-Man's medical record, and mixing it with real-world biology. By the end of this, you'll see just how close we are to creating a real-life web-slinger. Everything begins with the bite. The spider's radioactive venom didn't just poison Peter, it rewrote him at the genetic level. Marvel Anatomy describes it as a mongrel DNA sequence, a hybrid blueprint laced with radioactive enzymes. Think of it like CRISPR gene editing, but supercharged. In seconds, Peter's blood lit up with isotopes, triggering a cascade of mutations. His cells didn't just heal, they evolved. His metabolism, muscles, and nervous system were reprogrammed into something beyond human. Hook. And here's the twist. Real science already has tools like CRISPR that could, in theory, flip genetic switches for strength or speed. Are we closer to Spider-Man than we think? Spider-Man can lift around 10 tons. That's a bus. How? Marvel Anatomy explains his muscle fibers as layered like brushed steel coils, compact, hyperdense, and far more efficient than ours. A normal spider can lift 170 times its body weight. Apply that ratio to Peter Parker, and you're looking at a teenager who could literally bench press a car. But here's the catch. Those same muscles would shred his bones unless his skeleton evolved too. And guess what? His bones did. Slightly denser, tougher, designed to absorb brutal landings no human should survive. Strength alone doesn't make Spider-Man unstoppable. His reflexes do. He reacts faster than the human nervous system should allow. The Wakandan files suggest rewiring of his optic nerves and cerebellum, giving him sharper vision, perfect balance, and lightning-fast neural processing. Then comes the most famous upgrade, the spider sense, a kind of precognition. Not magic, but biology. Think of birds sensing magnetic fields, or humans experiencing blind sight, reacting to danger subconsciously before we're aware. Peter's brain processes microcues at hyperspeed, turning instinct into foresight. Imagine knowing a punch is coming before your opponent even throws it. That's spider sense. One of Spider-Man's signature powers is wall crawling. Marvel Anatomy hints at a bioelectrostatic field across his skin. Combine that with microscopic hairs like real spiders and geckos use, and Peter becomes a human adhesive tape. Scientists have already made gloves using this tech, allowing climbers to scale glass. Real-life Spider-Man climbing isn't just possible, it's already here in the lab, so the only thing separating you from climbing a skyscraper might just be funding. Now let's talk about the web. In comics, Peter invented mechanical web shooters. And that's genius, because real spider silk is one of the strongest materials on Earth. A strand thinner than a hair can be stronger than steel, and stretch without snapping. Biotech labs have already created biosilk using genetically modified bacteria. Strong enough to stop a car? Almost. Swinging between skyscrapers? With Spidey's reinforced muscles and reflexes? Absolutely. The terrifying part isn't if Spider-Man's webs could exist. It's that they already do. To power all this, Peter's body burns through calories at an insane rate. Marvel Anatomy suggests his mutated cells might even draw energy from radioactive isotopes in his blood. That means his very biology is part engine, part reactor. He heals faster than us, though not like Wolverine. But the book also drops a chilling detail. Peter's blood is toxic. His saliva, sweat, even his reproductive fluids carry radiation. That means being Spider-Man isn't just a gift. It's a curse. His body itself is hazardous to those closest to him. With great power, also comes great biological risk. Across the Spider-Verse, every version of Spider-Man carries the same genetic fingerprint: strength, speed, agility, adhesion, spider sense. But the cost changes. In some timelines, his mutations spiral out of control, turning him into the monstrous man-spider. In others, his children inherit his powers, or his radioactive curse. So the question isn't just how Spider-Man works, it's whether anyone should inherit his biology at all. Spider-Man began as fiction, a boy who gained powers in the blink of an eye. But Marvel's anatomy files, and today's real-world science, reveal something deeper. From CRISPR to synthetic webs, from gecko adhesion to blindsight, every piece of Spider-Man's power is inching closer to reality. The only question left: are we ready for the responsibility that comes with them? Because if science can make Spider-Man real, who decides whether we should? And this is only the beginning. Next up, we turn to a hero of fire itself, the Human Torch. How does a man ignite his entire body without burning alive? How do flames erupt from human cells? The answers might surprise you.